This video is on action settings. Now there are 3 different types of action settings. There's cloning, hyperlinking, and playing a sound. The first one I'll talk about is cloning. Now to actually clone this object, I'm going to select my object first. I'm going to right click and go down to action settings. Then my action settings menu is going to pop up. Now with cloning, you're going to want your action to be on drag because you want to drag out that object to make it look like it's cloning or multiplying. Feature is going to be clone. I choose OK, and then I'm going to lock this object down to get rid of that blue border. To do that, right click right on top of that blue border itself and then choose lock, and I now have a cloned frog in this case. The second action setting is hyperlinking. Now to hyperlink, you'll learn all about hyperlinking in the actual hyperlinking video. For this case, I'm just going to hyperlink out to a website. So I'm going to select my object first. I'm going to go back to that action settings menu. This time my action is going to be on click, and my feature is going to be launch hyperlink. Now there are other ways to hyperlink, but again, this one is just going to be hyperlinking out to a website. So I type in my website itself. I choose OK. I lock it down to get rid of that blue border. And then once I click on my object, it takes me straight to the website of my choosing or wherever I hyperlink to. Last but not least, we have playing a sound. Now there are 2 different ways that you can play a sound. If you happen to have sounds that are on your computer somewhere, in a file on your computer, on your desktop, wherever the case may be, then you can load those sounds from your computer. So here I'm going to take this fish and I'm going to make him play a bubble sound. So I select my object, right click, go down to my action settings. I'm going to keep my action as on click. My feature this time is going to be play a sound, and I have an empty little box that I need to fill with a sound that I have. So I'm going to load. It's much like browsing your computer, and I'm going to browse to my desktop where I happen to have an MP3 of bubbles. Once I see that little megaphone pop into the box, then I click OK, and I lock down my fish, and now my fish is going to play some bubbles. All right, the other way to load or play some sounds or play a sound for an object is through your gallery, because you may not have sounds on your computer somewhere. Well, your gallery is fully equipped with sounds already. So this time I'm going to open up my gallery over here on the right hand side and scoot it over a little bit so that you can see it in the window. All right, so I have my gallery open. And I'm simply going to select my entire gallery and I'm going to search sound. You have a folder inside of your gallery that's called sound effects. Double click on that and you'll see all of the different sound effects that you have currently in your gallery. To load those sounds, I'm going to go back to my action settings menu. Keep my action as on click. My feature is going to be play a sound. And again, I have that empty box. Well, this time I'm going to have this little guy do some cheering. So I'm going to take this megaphone that says cheering, drag it all the way over until I hover over that empty box, drop it in, click OK, and now I have added a sound to that object. And the little boy will cheer. And that's action settings.